emotionally, and it was real transitional for me. So I let a lot of light in, and through the light that I let in, it really influenced my songwriting to be more hopeful and optimistic and fair in some of the songs. And you can hear that in the songs, and I feel very prismatic because of it. I feel like I got to garner all this light, and I get to kind of like beam it out to all the listeners through the songs. So.
You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I had enough. I hear it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, a fighter, dancing through the fire. I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. Louder, louder than a lion, 'cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. And that's it. Bye.
Oh my gosh, I look so pale. This is Brick by Brick by Katy Perry. The weight of my words are like feathers from a bird. My mouth, it moves, but you won't hear a thing. 'Cause I've dug myself deep, I've managed to fit both my
it seems I'm wide awake. Yeah, I was dreaming for so long. I wish I knew then, wouldn't know now, wouldn't dive in, wouldn't bow down. Gravity hurts, you made it so sweet, till I woke up on the concrete, falling from cloud nine.
Now, I don't usually go for documentary types, but SourceFed decided we should watch Katy Perry's documentary, and I went with it. What's up, guys? So this week for Movie Club, we watched the movie Katy Perry, Part of Me. It's pretty much a documentary about Katy Perry and her 2011 big world tour. I'm usually skeptical about watching documentaries, especially about big pop icons or anything, because usually it's just propaganda films of them wanting to pretty much come see your concert and see how hard their life is and everything like that. But Katy Perry's one is actually pretty good. Now, I watched it going in not knowing much about Katy Perry, except she came from a religious background and she kissed a girl and I liked it. I knew nothing else besides that. It's what made her big and somewhat controversial, but still, I didn't know much, so it was interesting to go back and watch more of it. And like any documentary, this kind of does go into the background of her religious parents and how she was raised and everything, pretty much how she got into music. And then one day she listened to a Alanis Morissette CD and she's like, wow, this is really gritty, this is really real. And after she listened to that CD, she started changing her music. She went from gospel music to pop music, and that pretty much sums up what got her on the track to stardom. Now, like I said, this follows Katy Perry around her 2011 time frame of her world tour. So as Katy Perry is doing her Candy Crush concerts, because pretty much everybody's dressed like gingerbread men and wearing lollipops and stuff. I found that a little bit weird, but hey, go with it if it works, I guess. So we get to see everything backstage that's happening and everything that's kind of going on. And we can see throughout this movie she's trying to balance her social life with Russell Brand and having her marriage, and then trying to do her entertainment bit of trying to go out and do concerts for the world. But you can see at the beginning of this tour that she's very ready. She's very focused. She's ready to go out there and ready to go entertain the masses. But by the end of it, she's pretty much crushed. She's emotionally done. She's just dragging. She's tired. I mean, her nerves are shattered. She's crying for no reason. You kind of feel bad for her. But like I said, that is only one chunk of the movie. It still goes to the where she grew up, how she got to where she is now, everything that's going on now, and then kind of stuff that happened a little bit afterwards too. And it kind of concentrates on that. So what's really interesting about this movie is the years of struggle that we get to see, of how she went to 3 or 4 different labels before she was finally picked up, and finally they let her do her own thing. Now, there was one part in the movie that really pissed me off, and it was the people from Columbia that refused to let her go because they knew she'd be a big star. I just kept thinking to myself, God, these guys are a bunch of selfish pricks. But of course, Katy got lucky and she had somebody on the inside who pretty much grabbed her stuff and snuck her out to another record label and pretty much
Days like this, I want to drive away. Pack my bag. Hey pretty girls, oh my god, I'm so excited about this tutorial. And I feel like it's pretty much a good time for this tutorial because Halloween is coming and it's a really simple look you could come up with. What I have on right now is just a button-down shirt. This is pretty much the look in the beginning of the video of Roar, Katy Perry's Roar video. I love her to death. I think she's just such an amazing artist, and I was inspired to do this morning because I watched it again and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna